This morning we are following breaking news from overnight. Since about 7 last night, fire crews have been battling this large fire in downtown Beaumont. The historic Gilbert Building caught fire. It's located right off Bowie and Pearl Streets, just a block away from Crockett Street. Here's a live look from our Roofing 911 sky cam. From this view, you can't tell what happened at the Gilbert Building, but it was a different view last night. Here's a time lapse of the fire from our sky cam. You can see the smoke billowing for hours last night. Areas around the building had to be evacuated, but we do know the building was empty and no injuries have been reported from the fire. Cameron Burchett has been on scene all morning, and Cam, they're still focusing on those hot spots right now.
Exactly right, Tia. Whenever the fire first started, there were 13 engines on scene, and now with it going into 10, almost 11 hours of this fire, there's now down to 3. On the opposite side of the building, they are still spraying one more hot spot that we can't see just yet, but now that the sun is up, we're finally seeing that sky peek through the ceilings there, and we're starting to really see the extent of this damage on the Gilbert Building on Bowie Street. But let's start from the beginning. Around 7:08 yesterday, Chief White says crews were on the scene in less than 4 minutes. He says the building was abandoned and luckily no one was hurt. However, a firefighter did have to be treated for heat exhaustion because he says at one point the fire got so overwhelming that he had to get his crews out and go into defense mode. They set up master stands of waters from their ladder trucks, but their biggest fear right now is the building collapsing because of its poor condition.
We did attempt an interior attack on the fire, trying to subdue it, but because of the condition of the building and everything, we pulled everybody out and went defensive to make sure that we didn't get anybody hurt.
White says he doesn't know how the fire started as of right now, and our crew last night was able to talk to a concerned business owner in the area that had to be evacuated.
I came down here about 30 minutes after the fire started to make sure the salon was safe and everything was taken care of, and they immediately came in and evacuated the whole building, so I haven't been able to get back in and see what's going on. We'll probably be out for probably a week or so.
But as far we know right now, we haven't seen any smoke coming out of the building, and it seems like the fire is calm, is what Chief White told me earlier, and that it was under control. But that's all we know right now, so stick around and we'll keep you updated, of course.
Lots of damage to the building, it looks like, Cam, but crews have been out there for hours. Have they been able to talk to you about crew rotation?
So far, we don't know about crew rotation, but like I said earlier, there were 13 crews at the beginning of the fire, and now we're down to a skeleton crew of about 3 or 4 engines left. But there is something important to talk about. There are roadblocks and barricades blocking these streets, so we need to make sure that residents avoid that. We've got Main Street back to Orleans right here behind me, and then past that we have Crockett Street all the way down to Forsyth Street that is blocked. So whenever you get on your morning commute this morning, be sure that you take enough time to finish those detours and make sure you need to get to where you're going safely and as possible as you can.
All right, thanks so much for that breakdown, Cam. Now, we also talked to Tom Flanagan, the owner of the Gilbert Building, who is currently working to renovate it. In a statement to 12 News, he thanked the firefighters for their strength and courage in fighting the fire. He went on to say, quote, "This is not going to stop our vision for moving forward. We believe downtown needs to be revitalized, bigger and better, and we will begin the renaissance of our city."